Hello student, welcome to social studies class. As per the routine, two chapters are there in your half yearly syllabus. So now I am going to take the first chapter, atmospheric pressure and wind. Atmospheric pressure and wind, it is chapter 16. So air, moving air is called wind, and this air, it has weight and it exerts pressure on surface of the earth, and this pressure, it is called atmospheric pressure. We do not feel this atmospheric pressure because the pressure is equal in all direction. The pressure is measured by using an instrument. It is called barometer. Atmospheric pressure and its importance, okay, or the important due to following reasons. Number one, wind system. When the air moves, it is called wind, and the different atmospheric pressure give rises to the wind system of the earth. This is equatorial region, equatorial low pressure belt. This is tropical high pressure belt. Okay. So it is because of this at different pressure. Here the air temperature is maximum. So here the pressure is very low. So more temperature and low pressure, air pressure will be there. So atmospheric pressure is maximum, where the air pressure is very minimum. Weather forecasting, so based on or by studying these or the movement of this atmospheric pressure, so scientists or the expert, they study the weather. Most of the time it is because of this weather forecasting report people are helped or people are informed. Now, influence on weather. How this atmospheric pressure influence the weather? The changes in the atmospheric pressure influence the weather condition. Now, when the air pressure, okay, so the atmospheric pressure, where atmospheric pressure will be low, so from the high pressure area, so the wind will move. So as a result, the low atmospheric pressure will pressure area, so will witness means this weather of this area will change. Now, movement of this air in the different direction cause due to these differences in atmospheric pressure. Now, this atmospheric pressure also moves this atmospheric pressure, the differences in the atmospheric pressure. Now, here the atmospheric pressure plays A, when here the difference between the atmospheric pressure of the two places, when these differences will be more, okay, so the velocity of the wind will be maximum. Now, factor affecting this atmospheric pressure. So, what are the factors which affect this atmospheric pressure? Number one, it is altitude. It is height. We know that the pressure is maximum at the sea level, and it decreases as we go upward, or when the atmospheric pressure at the sea level, it is 76 centimeter, but it decreases along with this increasing of altitude. So when we go upward, so atmospheric pressure decreases. Base level, it is maximum. At the sea level, it is maximum, and the pressure at the sea level, it is 76 centimeter. And second one, it is temperature. Temperature, it is, I said you, where the maximum temperature, where there is a maximum temperature, so minimum atmospheric pressure will be there. So no temperature means very minimum or very less atmospheric pressure, say in this polar region. This is south pole, this is north pole. So in this polar region receives very negligible, so negligible temperature. So here temperature is very less, so air pressure is maximum. So these are the two factors which affect the atmospheric pressure. Now, to know this, all this study of this wind and the atmospheric pressure. So four pressure belts are there. Okay, so four pressure belts are there. So this is equatorial low pressure belt. First one is equatorial low pressure belt. So this low pressure belt is also called as dom-dom. Here the temperature is maximum. Temperature is maximum and the air pressure is very low. So this belt is situated 5° north and south of the equator. 5° north and south of the equator. Here equator is always lies 0° at 0°. Here the 5°, and there in the southern hemisphere also it is a 5°. So it lies in the 5° north and 5° in the south. So this is equatorial low pressure belt. Here the temperature is maximum and that is why pressure is low. Next is it is subtropical high pressure belt. This pressure belt lies in between 30 to 35° of north and the south, both north and south hemisphere, and the air gets heated up. Now the moist and the lighter here rising from this equatorial low pressure belt. Here the air along with this moist rises up. Okay, moves towards the north and the south. This rising air masses gradually becomes cold and the heavy, and this cold, heavy air descend to occupy these two subtropical. Now the air which goes up from this equatorial low pressure belt, and after that it cools down and it moves towards this equatorial region. Along with that, from the North Pole and the South Pole, the cold air also moves towards this this tropical area, means both the side, north hemisphere and the south hemisphere, and as a result of moving this air from the polar region, along with that the air contain moist also move towards this tropical area, and as a result it forms high pressure belt in either hemisphere, both north hemisphere as well as in the south hemisphere. This pressure belt is also called as horse latitude. Because why it is called horse latitude? Because the movement of the air is very low in this belt, and sometimes it is very difficult. Okay, it is very difficult in ship movement in the sea. So the European navigator, they used to throw the horses from the ship to decrease or to curtail the load of their ship. That is why it is also called as horse latitude. Next is subpolar low pressure belt. Now subpolar low pressure belt, it lies between 60 to 65° north and south. This is okay, subpolar low pressure belt. So it lies in 60 to 65°. Now the air in this pole very cold and dense. Okay, and as a result, the air of the subpolar region deflects. Okay, this region the air deflects, and it is because of the Collierius force. Okay, so what is Collierius force? So Collierius force, it is a centrifugal force. It is a force generated because of the rotation of this earth. Okay, so subtropical, this subpolar low region which deflects air, okay, towards the subtropical region, and low pressure is formed in this subtropical, this subpolar region, and as a result subpolar low pressure belt is formed. Next is polar high pressure belt. Polar high pressure belt, it is because of this the temperature is very less, okay, very low temperature, and because of this, so already we understood that. So when temperature is maximum, air pressure is very minimum, and vice versa. So here temperature is very minimum, so air pressure is very maximum, and because of this, so polar high pressure belt is formed. The air at this polar region, okay, North Pole and the South Pole, okay. So this air is very heavy, okay, heavy air accumulated there, and it is because of this high pressure belt is created in absence of or in presence of very slanty temperature. So next is wind system. Wind, it is horizontal movement of air along with the surface of the earth. Okay. So a wind name according to the direction, okay, direction from which it blows. A wind which blows from east, it is called east wind. Wind always blows from high pressure to low pressure. I said you, high pressure to low pressure, wind always blows. So the greater difference between the pressure of the two places, I said you, so when the differences of the two places will be very high, then the faster will be the speed of the wind. Means the wind will be very fast. Here the place A, say place A and the place B. So here the pressure is very low. Here the pressure is very maximum. Okay. Here pressure is maximum, and there a place A pressure is when the differences will be very high. So the velocity of the wind will be more. So this is all about the wind system. Now next it is the different types of wind. First one is planetary wind. Now planetary wind, the wind which blow in a particular direction constantly throughout the year, the permanent pressure belt on the earth's surface causes such movement of the wind, and the permanent or the planetary wind are basically of the three types. Okay, so permanent wind which blow means the wind, okay, the wind blow in a particular direction constantly throughout the year. It is permanent wind, and this permanent wind, okay, it is because of the permanent pressure belt on the earth's surface causes such movement of the wind, and some of its type are, first one, it is trade wind. Now the wind which blows mainly in the tropical zone from the subtropical region of high pressure towards the low pressure equatorial region, it is called trade wind. It is very easy to understand. These are the area where the atmospheric pressure is maximum. So from high pressure area to low pressure area, equatorial region, temperature high and atmospheric pressure is low. So wind always blow from high pressure to low pressure area. Okay. So such movement it is called trade wind, anti-trade wind. From this high pressure, it is equatorial region. Okay. So this tropical region. This is Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So from and below this belt, okay, below this tropical belt, here it is the subpolar low pressure belt. So here pressure is also low. So from high pressure belt to low pressure belt, when the wind moves, it is called anti-trade wind. Okay. So now the direction of trade wind. Trade wind, what we understood, from this tropical high pressure belt to equatorial low pressure belt, when the wind moves or the region, it is called trade wind. And the direction of the trade wind, it is north. Okay, northeast direction in the northern hemisphere. This is northern hemisphere and this is southern hemisphere, and southeast direction in the southern hemisphere. And anti-trade wind, okay, anti-trade wind, it is from the high pressure belt to subpolar low pressure belt. When the wind moves, it is anti-trade wind, and the direction in the northern hemisphere, it is southeast direction, and southeast direction in the southern hemisphere. Now polar wind. The wind which blows from high pressure polar region to subpolar low pressure region, it is called polar wind. Now this is polar region, North Pole and the South Pole. So here the air atmospheric pressure is maximum, temperature is minimum. So it is because of this. So this is low pressure belt. I said you from the high pressure to low pressure always wind moves. So when from the polar region wind moves towards this the low pressure subpolar belt, so it is called as the polar wind. And the next type of the wind, it is the periodic wind. So from the name itself, okay, from the name itself, so the definition can be now the wind which gradually, okay, the wind blows regularly in a periodic direction during a specific period or day or a year, it is called periodic wind. Now first one we will see land bridge and sea bridge. So what is land bridge and what is sea bridge? So it is a type of this periodic wind. Now the wind blows from the sea towards the land during the day. Why wind blows from the sea towards the land during the day? Because land heated up very quickly, okay, compared to water, okay, compared to water bodies. So water body here when the land gets heat, so above the surface area temperature will increase, and as a result pressure will be low. Low pressure is created, and there water will not get water will not heat it up very quickly as like land. So from water to land, so air will move, okay, and this is called sea bridge. Clear? Similarly, okay, what is land bridge? During the night time, land loses heat more quickly than the sea. At night also, okay, you can experience this. At night, you can visit any pond or the large water body, or during the summer season, you can check. Okay, at night means 8 or 9 p.m. or you will find that the water in the water body, okay, it is hot. So during the night time, land loses heat very quickly. So in the land area, temperature is low, and water there above the water, so or water body temperature is more. So temperature more means air pressure is low. So from the land, so air will move from high pressure to low pressure, air will move, and it is called as land bridge. Clear? Next, monsoon wind. Monsoon, the word has been derived from the Arabic word, it is called mousim, and literal meaning it is season. Now there are basically seasonal wind which reverse their direction with change in the season. Now the southwest monsoon in the summer season or the rainy season, what we experience. So the monsoon wind or the season or the monsoon wind which comes from this southwest, okay, by taking the moisture from the Arabian Sea, it results a rainfall, okay, rainfall, and the same monsoon, okay, the same monsoon after entering into the Bay of Bengal, from there take rainfall, and then it enters in the northeastern region of India, and this northeastern region receives a rainfall. Now again during the winter season, the monsoon which arrives or comes from the Central Asia, so it is of dry in nature, okay. So because of this this monsoon wind or the winter monsoon wind comes from the land area, Central Asia, okay, land area. Because of this, so this wind is a dry which does not cause rainfall. Now after entering the northern India, then coming towards this northeastern region, So after entering the Bay of Bengal and sometime in the winter season also, sometime we also experience rainfall. So when this monsoon, okay, when this winter monsoon wind comes and from the local area, it takes from the local water body, it takes some moisture and causes a rainfall. After entering into the Bay of Bengal, it takes moisture and on its way back, so this monsoon causes rainfall there in the southern region and sometime during the during this winter period. So Tamil Nadu receives a rainfall. Now next it is a variable wind. Now variable wind, what it is? So the variable winds are those winds which are irregular and blow for a short duration of time. They keep on changing their direction of flow. The movement of low and the high pressure belt causes this variable wind, and the wind causes cyclone and the anticyclone. First, we will discuss cyclones. Okay. Now, in a cyclone, low pressure area is developed at the center. Low pressure, I said you this from high pressure to low pressure, the air moves. When the from high pressure, okay, from high pressure to low pressure, when the air will move, so in a cyclic path, okay, by taking a cyclic path, it is called cyclone. Now, the direction, as a result, the wind begins to blow towards the center. Means towards the center means the low pressure area. From outside to inside and in the anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise, clock move like this. So anti-clockwise like this direction. Clear? So in the northern hemisphere and clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. Anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. On the basis of the flow of monsoon wind, so they can be categorized as summer monsoon and the winter monsoon. Now, it is a very different topic. Okay. Now, this cyclone, anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Cyclones are often known to have, okay, cause massive destruction due to thundering, okay, thundering of clouds followed by heavy winds and wind and the rains. Now, what is anticyclone? In this cyclone, from high pressure to low pressure in a cyclic path, when the air moves, it is cyclone. At the center, low pressure is there. Now, anticyclone, reverse one. So, high pressure belt developed inside and surrounded by low pressure. High pressure, okay, high pressure, okay, surrounded by low pressure. This surrounding area, low pressure belt outside. Here the winds blow from inside to outside. When the wind blow from inside, from the high pressure to outside low pressure belt in a clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere, it is called anticyclone. Next one is local wind. These winds develop and blow due to the local difference in the temperature and pressure. They blow over small area for a short period of time. This wind remain confined, okay, confined to the lowest level of the troposphere, lowest level of the troposphere, okay. This is Earth, this is troposphere, okay. This is troposphere, lowest level of the troposphere. Now, during the winter, some areas situated close to the highland experience dry wind, which are called katabatic, or moving downwards, means the air move downward. Now, examples are there, okay. Mistral in France is an example of katabatic wind. It blows from Alps mountain over the France towards the Mediterranean Sea. In India, during the summer, very hot and the dry wind which blows in the entire North Indian plain during the month of May and the June, which is called as Loo. Only the people of this Uttar Pradesh, they knows the pain of this Loo. If Loo touch, and those who experience Loo, these are very harsh, and sometimes it causes sunstroke and death of the number of animals and including human beings as well. Now, in your book, one case study, it is there, cyclone of Odisha, 99. Now, cyclone, we have already discussed causes this death and destruction. Okay, cyclone takes lives. Okay, and destroys this human lives and the property and all this. Now, some of the precautions, okay, can be taken, and some of these are, we should avoid making human settlement near the coastal area. Coastal area, in the coastal area, human settlement, we should not make our human settlement mainly in the coastal area. According to the region and the climatic condition, we should create, okay, a wide strip of locally grown trees which help in retarding the speed, or which obstruct the speed, or which curtail the velocity of the wind. Next, people living in the cyclone prone area must listen to the weather forecast and warning issued by Meteorological Department of India. So it can help them to take necessary steps, or to leave the places, leave the cyclone prone places. Proper management should be made to provide all necessities of life, such as food and drinking water, medicine, to check the further loss of life. Government should make all this necessary arrangement. Next, fishermen and other people living the coastal region should be informed without about such natural calamities that is imminent. So if people are informed, then only they will avoid or keep themselves away from going into the sea. Next one is, once the warning is issued, so people should not be allowed to go into the sea or the seashore or the coastal area. People living in such disaster prone area should be made aware of the disaster management program, and people should also be made aware about the disaster management program and the different policies and the initiatives related to this, what the government from time to time takes. So when people will be aware about the weather forecasting report and weather forecasting news, okay, which publish, which broadcast by the government owned channels and private channels. So if the people are aware, then somehow they can save themselves from the consequences of this cyclone. This is all about the chapter discussion. You read this chapter, and question, answer and notes I shall supply you. Your parents are informed to collect the same from the school office. You read this chapter. If any doubt is there, you write in the comment section. I shall reply you. This is all about the day's discussion and the chapter. Thanks to all.